Okay, can you see this screen here? Okay, this is a kind of a checklist lah. This is a checklist for you to submit to HRD Corp when you are submitting for claim purpose. All right. So first of all, you need to invoice PSMB. All right, invoice to this PSMB, number one, and you no longer have to invoice the company, the employers. You don't have to invoice them, but you have to invoice to PSMB, number one. And then you have a form T3 and then JD14. This is JD14. This is later I'll show you where to get and then how to fill up two forms. And then another one is you need to, if you are doing online training, then you have to generate a report. Okay, it could be a Zoom report, it could be whatever other platform, WebEx, Google, Microsoft Teams, okay, something like that. So this one I'm just putting a Zoom because I use Zoom only. All right, and then you need to also upload photos. Okay, if online, you just screenshot. Okay, with all the attendees turn on their camera daily. All right, that's one. And then you need to also have an assessment, okay, submitted from online. Okay, this assessment form is being given by HRD Corp. All right, so later I'll share you the link where you can actually download this form as well. Okay, so when this is, since it's a Google form, you have to make a copy and then you can share it with your participant. All right, so basically this is the checklist. All right, so invoice, of course, you know how to prepare the invoice. All right, and then these forms all you have to prepare in advance before you key in the details in the eTris system. Okay, so let me just open the these forms first. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, form T3 is actually attendance list form. Okay, if you are doing online, okay, so you just have to key in the the course title and then dates of the training. This dates of training, which is the actual training, from what date to what date. All right, so you key in, and then the number of trainees, all of this you have to key in as well. All right, for online, you only don't have to key in the signature. You just put remote online training, okay, at the signature. If it is a physical training, then you have to take the attendance daily. Okay, let's say you have 10 participants, then you can actually modify this document so that you have 10 rows, and then you have to print out according to how many days. All right, if the column or row is not enough, then you can print multiple, you staple together, or you have to, submission is online, so you have to scan it later on. Okay, so this one, only training provider have to fill up this document. So your name, your designation, your signature, and then date. Okay, this one, the destination, right? This area should be filled up by the managerial position. Okay, whether it's a manager or director or whatever, you can key in your name here. And then the training provider stamp. Okay, so over here, since we are doing digital, right? You can also put in your digital signature and also digital stamp. All right, that's what normally I do. Any question on this form T3?
Hello.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm Ira from Private Policy.
Yes.
Regarding the name of trainee column, is it we just state the one that claim under HRD Corp, or we need to include all the trainees' name that did not claim also under HRD Corp?
No, only those we're going to claim. Okay, let's say I'm conducting a public program, and then one participant is coming, going to claim under HRD Corp. And then there is another participant who is a self-paying participant. So you just key in only those who are going to claim.
All right, clear. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let me just, okay, the submission that I'm going to do is one person only. Let me open that document, T3. Okay, so this is just an example. Okay, so this is my course title. Edit video like a pro using this name, right? It should be exactly same as how you register in your eTris. When you register program, you key in your course title, right? So it should be exactly the same, number one. and then the training date. All right. And then, for example, I have only one participant, online training. So here at the signature, I just put ROT, remote online training. All right. And then I put my name, designation, company stamp, and then signature, and also the date. Clear? If you have multiple participants, then you just list down all of them. Understand? Any question?
Good so far. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Where do you actually get this form T3? All right. So easy. You just have to go to Google. Okay. Let me just open up a new tab. Okay. So you go to Google. You type HRD Corp form T3. Okay. So for example, okay, I have the first result here. I just open up, and then it will be downloaded. Okay, so basically this is the exact same form. You go to Google, you search for HRD Corp form T3. All right, and then of course you double check the address bar whether it's a correct link. Okay, for example, if I go to this, okay, make sure it's from the HRD Corp, not other website. All right, so this is form 3, and then the next form will be JD14. Okay, JD14. Let me share a blank document first. Okay, this is the one which is a bit confusing on some of the details here. Okay, number 1, training provider my COID. This is your company number, registration number. So you just key in here. If it is digital, you just can type it. If it is if you don't want to print out and then you want to write it down, you can just type it. Okay, that's number 1. And then under the employer particular, okay, this you have to key in all the details. Okay, for example, the company name and then the company address. All right, so you key in on this side here. Then you have employer code. Okay, this employer code is actually the company registration number, your client's company registration number. Okay, that is employer code. Okay, they're supposed to put employer MYCOID, right? Okay, but then they put employee code. Okay, I was thinking, what is the employee code at the beginning before I'm submitting? All right, so they just put the term as code. Okay, it's actually a employer company registration number.
Business registration, huh?
Yes, correct. Okay, and then this approval number. Okay, sometimes they call it application number, grant ID, okay, or approval number. So in this JD14, they said approval number, which is actually an application number or grant ID. Okay, this grant ID, right, at the beginning, it will start with the company employer code as well. All right, later I'll show you an example. And then this group approved. Okay, sometimes maybe when you're sending for the employer, when they request for training, maybe they will request for by batches. Okay, batch 1, batch 2, batch 3 at the same time. So group approved, it could be from 1 to 5, for example, 1-5 or 1-2. Okay, 1 up to 2 groups. Okay, and then the group that you're going to claim right now, maybe the first group you're going to conduct at this month, and then the second group maybe next month, the third group maybe the following month. Okay, so the group that you're claiming, it could be group 1, group 2, or group 3, something like that. All right, so this one, if you have a group, if let's say you don't have group, it's just a one-time training, okay, then you just put 1 and 1. Okay.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Quick one. If I were to claim by modules, how is that? Is this the same form?
Claim for module.
By modules. Let's say I have about 5 modules, different topics, but under the same big title.
I'm not sure about the modules, sir.
Okay,
seriously.
okay.
Okay,
Lovely.
because I never conducted by module before.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Okay, so
I have experience conducting trainings by modules.
Yes, how to do that?
Apparently, we just have to actually key in as a new application without the group.
By module, is it?
Yeah, by module. So that means you have module 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunita.
Sometimes in module 1, we will have what do you call it? module 1 will have 15 participants. Then
Correct.
in module 2, we might have 19 participants.
True.
So it doesn't matter. So
Yeah,
we don't have,
depending
we
on.
just have to omit the group and we just have to key in the module. That's about it.
Oh, omit. Did you say omit the group?
Yeah, that means we don't have to actually, the group approved or group claim, we don't have to worry about these two columns.
Okay.
As long as our approval number is given, it's okay,
Mhm.
because they know this belongs to which group
Okay.
or
Okay.
which module, sorry,
All right.
which module. Yeah,
Okay, so that means the approval will be according to module, is it?
that's right.
Okay, okay, great.
The approval is based according to the module, because in one big topic, we may have 5 modules.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
so they'll have module 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like for example, I've conducted power tool, so power tool 1, module 1. Then you have module 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So they treat it as the same. How do I say? They treat it as a different application.
Okay. So we have to submit different applications for each module.
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Thank you.
Yep. I just experienced
great.
it. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
So
great.
that
Thank
means, so that means your title will be, you know, title, what title, then dash module 1. Is it that way?
Yes, yes. Because even module 1 and module 2, the approval number would differ.
So that means the module is the title itself lah.
Yes.
Okay.
And your approval number will be different.
Different, okay.
That means have to register every module as individual course, is it?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, okay.
That's right.
Ah, that's great information. Thank you, Sunita.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so the course title and then training dates. Okay, starting when, ending when. All right, and then training venue depends. If you are doing, using online training, then you can key in your whatever platform that you're going to use. All right. So, for example, you can put like mine. Normally, I conduct online training. Okay, so I just put here Zoom meeting. Okay, if you are doing physical training, then you can key in your address. Okay, so where you're going to conduct this, and then the next one. Okay, claim for course fee. Okay, number of trainees. How many trainees you're going to key in? You can just key in, and then how much approved, and then how much you're going to claim. Okay, so this one normally it will be the same, but it will be differ to the employers. Okay, so for training provider, don't have to worry. Just key in the same one. Okay, the approved and the claim will be the same, because training provider is only going to claim the training fees.
Mhm.
All right,
Yes.
like employers, they'll be using some other claims like travel allowance or whatever allowance. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so here on the top area here, joint declaration of the training provider and employer. The top one will be for training provider, and the bottom one for the companies. All right. So if let's say you are doing a public program, you have 20 participants from different companies, then you need to prepare these 20 different documents. All right. So that you have to send this to all the employers. All right. So I'll show you an example. Okay. Can you see my screen? So on top here, this is my company ID, and then you have a registered employer. So this is my client address, okay, and then the company name, company registration number. Okay, if you look at this approval number, right? Okay, it starts with the we call a registration number. Okay, but sometimes you see the 0 is not there. You just follow exactly from the approval number. Okay, this approval number you can get it from HRD Corp. Once the program has been approved, you will get a notification by email. So you can get the number from here, or sometimes the employer itself, they will forward another copy also. All right, so that's where you get this number, and then group, and then course title, training dates, and then venue. Okay, so in my case here, number of trainees. Okay, this one will be depending on from the same company. If the same company, you're going to, if you have 3 participants from the same company, so you can key in 3 and then the amount accordingly. Understand?
Yes.
And the training venue, if it is held at the employer's place, so then we have to key in where is it?
Yes, correct. So you can key in
Alright,
their company name and then their address, a short form. Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. Okay, great. Okay, so this one, what I've done, okay, I key in my details. All right, the company stamp and the date and everything. Okay, at the bottom here, after you prepare this document, you need to forward this document to the client. Okay, for them to fill up this area. Okay, it looks a bit like a hustle a bit, but then no worries. Once you're familiar with the process, right, then it will be a lot easier. Okay, the first time doing it looked like a lot of work. Okay, you send to employer and then they will send it back. Then you send it to HRD Corp. Okay, so this one, this document, what I do, I send this to the employer together with the system generated report. Okay, there is two documents that you need to send to employer. One is JD14 for them to fill up this area. So for example, after I send this to the employer, okay, so this document, after they send in, they key in or whatever details here, they send back to me. All right. Clear?
Yep.
JD14.
Yep.
Okay, for the JD14 also, same thing. You go to Google. Okay, you search for HRD Corp JD14. Clear so far, everyone?
Yes, got it.
All right, great. Okay, so the next document is, okay, so we already prepared T3, JD14, and then system generated attendance. Okay, so this one will be according to whatever platform that you are using. If you are doing physical training, you don't have to have this. Okay, so you can ignore this document. So let's say I share the document that I prepared. Okay, remember I told you there is two documents that you need to send to the employer. One is JD14 for declaration, and then this system generated attendance, because they have to be verified by the training provider and also by the employers.
Yep.
All right, so let me share another document.
If the training is held at the employer's place, so then what about we do not have a system generated form, right?
Yes, yes,
So we have
physical
to
training,
manually,
no.
so we have to manually take down the attendance.
Yes.
The T3
Okay,
form
alright.
T3 is sufficient.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, form
Alright.
T3 is sufficient, but if you're doing online training, then you have to have this document.
Okay,
Okay,
this
so
is
for
an additional
example,
document that we require if it is online now.
Yep, correct. Okay, so this is from report generated from Zoom. Okay, it will be like a CSV format. You can open it in your Excel. Okay, so what I've done, I open in Excel and then I just remain all the details here. And you need to have this, what we call, verified by training provider and verified by employer. Okay, so after you key in your details, okay, this one is manually added. You create a text box in your Excel and then you just send the file to the employer. So once they key in, okay, let me just open. This is day one actually. Okay, you get this from the employer. Got it? And this one, whatever number of days you have to key in. For example, I have day one over here. Okay, so actually my training is a 3 days training. So I have document 2 and also document 3. All right. Sometimes, you know, they will log in and then log out, maybe disconnected. Okay, so you will have multiple things like this.
Oh, no
Okay,
wonder.
If just in case if you're unable to generate for some whatever reason, okay, you can also give a copy of certificate. Okay, give a copy of certificate to HRD Corp. Also can. Okay, sometimes, you know, got some error, maybe you are unable to generate the report, then you can send a copy of certificate to show that they attended all the training.
Attendance certificate, is it?
Yep, correct.
I have a question. Usually you can automatically download the attendance from the system, right?
Yes, correct.
Can I send that one instead of having a format like this?
Okay, where do you download from?
Usually I download from Zoom. Sorry, MS Teams.
Microsoft Teams, same. Okay, this format is from the Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if you have a Microsoft Team form, it will be maybe slightly different, the format. Okay, as long as can show the in and out time, that's sufficient.
Okay.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, so the next one will be photos. Okay, so photos you understood, right? Okay, so the next one, let me share the assessment form. Okay, this is from the HRD Corp. Okay, for the online training, right? Okay, let me see. For online training, you have to, if I go scroll down, where is that? Okay, here. You have to use a Google form. Okay, you have to download DR form. All right, so for example, when I click this, it will say make a copy. Okay, if I click this document here, link, I need to log in. Let me see. Okay, because it's using Google form, I need to log into my Gmail account. Okay, it will say, would you like to make a copy? Okay, so you click make a copy. Okay, so this will be the form. Okay, so this form you have to set up, make sure you go to response and then you create a new spreadsheet so that you can record the download the we call whatever they fill up lah. So for example, if I click the create spreadsheet, create new spreadsheet, create. Okay, so in future when they key in, it will be something like this. You just have to download this.
Excuse me, this is for the online training, is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thanks.
For offline training, there is another form. Let me see. Okay, even this form you can get it. This is a PDF file. You can get it from Google as well.
Sorry, is that the one on the bottom right on the page that I'm seeing now?
Yes, correct. That's the
okay.
One. Is there a link there?
I think so. It is underlined with the.
Okay, let me see. Okay, here. Not this. Sorry. Relation. No link. Okay, download. Oh, sorry, not that line. Okay, this is the one I guess. Not this also.
No, not this one.
Okay, this one. Okay, so if you're doing a physical training, then you have to ask the participant at the end of the day, you have to, pass this form. All right, understood?
Yes.
All right, let me see here. Okay, let me just copy this and then put it in the chat so that you can also download this file. Yeah, great. Someone already shared. Okay, great job. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, basically that's about it. All right. So once you prepare all these documents, right? Okay, let me share that. Okay, so you have to prepare your invoice. Okay, so you have to prepare your invoice, T3, the attendance form, and then JD14. Okay, so JD14, and then if you're doing online, you have to send both documents for them to verify, for your client to verify for the staff. All right, and then the photos and also the assessment form. All right, so you have to prepare in advance. Then after that, only you go to your this eTris. Okay, for example, let me share my screen. Okay, I go to Google and then I go to search eTris. And then click. Okay, so you make sure you unblock from this HRD Corp. Okay, always allow pop-ups, done, and then I refresh back. So I get this document, this pop-up here, login. So everyone familiar with this eTris?
Yes.
Okay, so I go to, first of all, you go to application. It's loading, one second. Okay, and then you go to claim, submit claim with grants, TP. Okay, this, when you click this submit claims, right, it will reflect back whichever program which is already ended. Okay, means let's say you get an approval, let's say the training is tomorrow. Okay, so you will not see the training in the claim area until the program has been completed. Let's say my training is 3 days. Okay, tomorrow is the first day, second day, third day. After the fourth day only, you'll be able to see in the system. Like for example, I have this. Okay, so I just have to click the claim button over here. Okay, click the claim. They clicked, yeah, processing. Okay, most of the item will be pre-filled for you. For example, my approval date and the actual date is different. All right, so what I do, first thing, you check your details, everything is correct. Then I go to next, then training summary. Okay, for this also you double check. For example, you see training date here, it's already grayed out. This is my approval date. All right, so what I do, actual training date, I click the calendar here and then I choose my actual date. For example, it will be on 30th May until 1st June. Okay, so 3 days, and then training venue, remote online training. Okay, so you just leave it, and then okay, it will be remote online training. This will follow according to your approval. Okay, if you require, the employer requested for a physical training, then it will be a physical training. In-house, public, whatever, it will be checked automatically. So you just have to double check. All right, and then training venue, location, not relevant. Okay, not applicable. Okay, number of full days. Okay, for example, I have 3 days. So actually, you don't have to fill up anything. Only thing, you just double check if your date is same with your approval date. That's all. All right, and then just double check number of half days, number of less than half day. Okay, number of month. Okay, next. Okay, that's it. Nothing else. Then I go to next. Okay, for remote online training, right? This area will be blank. So you just next. You don't have to fill up anything. The trainer detail. So you just go to next. Okay, trainee details also double check. Okay, so my start date 30th May, 1st June. Okay, it still doesn't allow me to go to this action. Okay, I should be able to edit this. Okay, but no worries, no worries. Okay, if let's say I try to submit again. Okay, so I'll be recording this session as well, and also after this, I will start to record and then I will update you guys. All right, is it okay? Is it okay, everyone?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll record the screen and then I'll try to troubleshoot and then I'll update you. Okay, before I submit. Okay, so any question? Okay, so the main part is not this system, but then the documents that we have to submit. Okay, those are the main important thing. Okay, so in this case, so you have to prepare all this document, right? Okay, any question or not? Anyone on this? Anyone? Anyone? Any questions?
Yeah, Vinesh, I missed the
Yeah.
part on the beginning on the about the invoice. Can you like kind of like brief a quick one on that?
Yeah, can. The invoice, let me share the document. Can you see the document here? The invoice?
Yes.
Okay, so basically you invoice to HRD Corp. So it is not HRD Corp, it should be still Pembangunan Sumber Malaysia Berhad. Okay, so like this, and then claim department, and then the cost details. These are the details you need to include. Your cost name, your client name, and then the training date, the actual training date, time, venue, number of training.
Okay.
That's it.
That's all. Okay.
That's all. And
Just
one more
this
thing, one more thing. Before you submit claim, right, in eTris, you have to register your account also. Okay,
The banking account, right?
Come again?
The banking account, right?
Yes, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
or else you can't submit claim, just for your information.
Yeah, noted.
You have to go to application, and then you go to profile management. Let me see, training provider, or e-disbursement registration form. This one. Okay, before you submit claim, make sure you click at the e-disbursement registration form, and then you key in all your banking details.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Okay.
All right. Any other question?
Thank you, Anish.
Hi, Mr. Yavi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a question here. Do you all
Yes.
charge tax for like a service tax for training?
Yes.
Yes.
Come again?
Service tax for training.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you all charge it or absorbed by the company?
For your
6%.
own.
6%.
Like mine, I don't pay tax for the 6% charges. Okay, depends lah. If you are registered with the LSTN, then you have to. Okay, you have to put in that. Can. All right, but if you are not registered, then you are not required.
Okay, so Mr. Ravi, you are yourself a training provider.
Yes, yes, I am.
So you will submit the SST for 6%.
Yes, but what I do is when I present the proposal to my client, I will put that apart from the training fee.
Apart from the training fee. So on top of that, the invoice, you will add the 6% of the SST. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Mr. Ravi.
Right.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Evanis.
Thank you so much, sir.
That was good. Yeah.
All right, great.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, bye. Hi guys, hi everyone. So I finally managed to get the problem solved. Okay, so I made a mistake by not updating the date of the new training. Right, so for example here, if I go back to my application and then I go to claim, submit claim with grant. Okay, and then you will be seeing your the training that you can actually make claim. This will be reflected after the training is over. Okay, before, for example, in this case, my actual approval date is 23rd of May until 25th of May. After 25th only, this area will be reflected, or else it will be just empty. All right, so after the training, you come and check under the claim, and then you click the claim button here, and then you double check all your information whether it's correct or not. So I'm going to go to next. Under the training provider profile, go to next. And then in the training summary, you double check your dates. Okay, in this case, you see, for example, this is my approved training date. And the one, the bottom here, this is the actual training date. And then you double check all the other information. Okay, for example, mine is number of full days is 3 days. Okay, so everything else, I'll just leave it as it is. And then I go to next. Okay, trainer details for remote online training, it will not reflect the trainer details. So you just go to next. Okay, at the trainee detail, this is the area where we face some problem to edit. Okay, so still under the action here, it's supposed to be clickable and then we can edit the date, but it doesn't allow me. But what happened here, staff from HRDF, they actually updated the date for me. Okay, if let's say you face the same problem in future, right? For example, the approval date is one date for some whatever reason. If you couldn't make it for the training, or maybe the participant asked to postpone the training, then what you do is you request your client, the employer, to edit the date for you. Okay, later I will give you a link where there is a guide for them to modify the grant application. All right, so the grant application needs to be modified in order for you to make a claim. If this date is not updated, right, then you will not be able to make a claim. In my case, previously, yesterday, what happened is this date is unable to be edited, and then we still can unable to click this edit button here under action. Okay, by right, it's supposed to be editable. All right, so this actually the problem has been solved for me by the HRDF staff actually. Okay, so the date is correct now. Start date and date, end date is actually exact date as my actual training date. So here at this training provider here, trainee details here, what you need to do is you go to edit trainee details. Okay, and then under the attendance 75%. Okay, by default it will be no. So you have to update it to yes. Okay, so for example, at the bottom here, you will see the participant detail. You go to edit, okay, click the edit button, and then the attendance, okay, by default, it will be a no. You have to change it to yes. All right, and then you go to update. Okay, after update, you go to save. Click OK, and then you go to next. Okay, please make sure that you properly map trainers and trainee with each batch and also update the attendance percentage. Okay, the one we put yes, above 75% for all trainees, then you click OK. Okay, at the trainee attendance form, okay, you have to select the dates and then 31 and then search. Okay, also present. Okay, it says save attendance data. Just click save. Okay, so this is for 31st, by the way. Forgotten to save for the previous 30th. Search. And then save. And the 1st June, search. Oh, sorry. 1st June, search. And save. Okay, once you save, it will be reflected 30th, 31st, and 1st June over here. Then you go to attach your form 3, choose file, and then select your T3 file, add attachment, and then you go to next. All right, now we are at the training provider declaration. Okay, hereby submit claim 1008 for one trainee attended, the course name, okay, from your date, okay, name of officer in charge. Let's say I put my name here. Designation, let's say manager. Okay, position also I put managerial. Okay, the date is today's date. Okay, supporting document. Okay, the supporting document is where you need to upload all your other files. For example, the photos, the system generated attendance, the invoice. Okay, all that you have to upload over here. Okay, so for example, let's say I put here invoice. Okay, and then choose the file. Okay, my invoice is in my another drive. Okay, so this is my latest invoice here. Go to open, and then add attachment. And then next one is JD14. Oops, sorry, 14. Choose file. Okay, the JD14 and the system generated attendance should be, you have to send to the employer or your client, then they will verify these documents. All right, then only you can attach over here. Add attachment. Let's say another file, system report, let's say 01. Let's say copy the text. Choose the file. We have 3 files here. Day 1, open, add attachment. And then 02, choose file, attach the second day. You can actually merge all the PDF together also can, not an issue. Okay, so this 2, and then I put 03, choose file, and then choose the third file, third day's system report, and then attach. Okay, lastly the photos. Okay, so photos. back. Where is my photos? Okay, it's here. Okay, all photos, it's in PDF format. And then add attachment. That's it. All right, so all the documents are already uploaded. Okay, form T3 we already upload in trainee attendance form, and then the rest of the document already uploaded over here. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so you can actually save first or save and submit. Okay, hope that is clear. Let me just press OK. Oh, it went back outside. Never mind. Let me just go back to submit. Go to claim. Go to next. 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 Okay, trainee details already updated. Next. Click OK. Okay, it's already updated over here. The participant and the days that they attended. All right, the file T3 is already here. Then go to next. Training provider declaration, key in your details. And then all the relevant files you have to upload over here. Then you go to submit. All right, so withdrawal, there is no withdrawal. So save and submit. You want to submit the claim application, click OK. In case there is any queries, for example, any document is not completed properly, you will get a query, you will get a notification to update the documents. All right, so that's it. So submission has been done. If you have any further question, you may always reach back to me. So I'll try to assist you guys. Okay, so thank you so much. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.